Hello, this video is going to show you a very high overview of how you are going to plot aggregated values into a chart. It assumes you're actually familiar with how to perform an SQL query to get data from the database, and it also assumes you're familiar with plotting charts from values. On the internet, I think it's easy to find resources on that, but not so easy to find video that actually shows how you can plot aggregated values into chart. So now look at this grid view. It shows a transaction within a whole year for the requests made. So you can see here, all request transaction within the year. There are 2 transactions in March, 8 transactions in June. So you look at the date here. In March, there's these 2 transactions, and in June, there's actually 8 transactions. So how can we plot this monthly count of the transaction into a chart? So first thing, we need to aggregate by month. So when I click on this, we must find out the count that in the month of March, you have a count of 2. And in the month of June, you have a count of 8. You must get it into these 2 values before you can plot it into a chart. For example, in this case, I use a column chart. The high level overview is how to get this transaction into these values before you can plot the chart. Is you have to go through some SQL statement. So in this case, we actually group the transaction all by month. Of course, now this is for 1 year. If you have data for a lot of years here, you need to use the where condition to filter it so that it's only for a particular year. Then you group by month. So when you group by month, the transaction for the March and June will be grouped together, and then you do a count. So when you do a count, you will find that in the month of March, the count is 2. In the month of June, the count is 8. Now, of course, to plot it into chart, you need the count, you need the month value as well. Then that's where we do the month here. And we have these 2 variables. One is called total count, one is called month value. That's where it will appear on this grid view shown here. So with this value, we can plot it into a column chart. Once you use the SQL adapter to go and fill in and get this value, you can set the data source of the column chart and do some configuration. So the X value is actually the name of the field. So we call it month value. So that's where the month value is here. And then the Y axis, we use the total count. Total count. When you plot the chart, usually we'll want the axis to have all the values. For example, in this case, it's 12 months, right? You can set it using the minimum and maximum. And this 5 here is actually to control the width of the column chart. I hope this simple video is helpful for you to do whatever you need. If it is helpful for you, please help to like the video. Thank you.